Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and people around the world. Welcome to another edition of Gridiron Weekly. I am joined by William, the A-Train, who pumps iron during the day and crushes water at night. And I'm also joined by Mr. Rustino. Protein. I'm also with Mr. Rustino, who he's actually changed his routine up. He now goes to a gym, turns the lights out, and still crushes those threes. It must be his form. He doesn't even need to look at the hoop. He grabs the ball, throws it in, and it goes. And it doesn't matter that they were deaf. That does not matter. What matters is that he killed them with threes. That's all that matters. My man just crushed them with threes. They were winning everywhere. They thought
John, after that game, John got death threats.
Yeah.
Not death threats, death threats.
Thank you, William, for that ever so lovely mental image I have in my mind of John just crushing them.
Yeah.
And just throwing up some gang signs, I think. No. Anyway, well, you guys, if you missed it, on Thursday, we were live. Gridiron Weekly was live. We were only scheduled to go an hour, but it turned out to be a fairly enjoyable.
Yeah, it was good.
Fairly enjoyable. Almost 3 hours.
It was fun. I tell you, that's the most fun I've had in a long time. And I mean that sincerely. Yeah. It was like I said, it was like Mystery Science Theater 3000 Draft Edition. It was just great.
Yeah, it was. We had a good time. We had Mac. We had Dr. Mac. Unfortunately, Sexy Sax is out of commission. He is laid up with a hurt back, or else he would have been on. We had John on, and then we had Mr. John Phillips, Pittsburgh media guy for 30 some odd years, popped on for the Steelers pick. It was actually it was a blast. We all had a good time. We lasted to the 25th pick because that was John's team picking. And I tell you what, I'd do it again because it was a blast.
You know what? We had so much fun. It was like it didn't even seem like we were. I didn't even realize. I wasn't even paying attention to the time. And I happened to look up, and I was like, "Holy! We've been on 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes." I was like, "Wow!" Like I cannot believe it. You know, and that's like when John's pick was coming up. So yeah, it was a blast. I mean, when you're having fun and it was just like sitting around at a bar talking. You know, it's like when you're having fun like that, time just goes by. You know. You don't even realize you've been on 2.5 hours.
No, it truly. If you guys haven't seen it, it was loads of fun. You know, we did our picks before, we did our picks during. Go ahead, Billy.
Well, and everybody listening out there, we're sorry. Like I know I got a lot of messages like, "Hey, you guys are really entertaining. You should do a second night." It's just like I don't know. We just decided we all had like other things going on, and it would have been too much.
Yeah, so maybe next year we'll do a couple. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
but it was a blast. I mean, we all had a good time. You know, I tried to tally up the points. Every time I did it, Billy still came out on top if it was by 1 point or 3 points.
Definitely.
So I'm going to have to give William the win because I combined the picks we did before and the picks during the draft. It was a little chaotic, but Billy still was up, I think, 1 to 3 points. So we're going to have to give William the win for our first ever live mock and our first ever coverage of the first round of the NFL draft. I think it went well. I think the over-under on the trades, I put it at 3. It was well over 3. Quarterback, I put it 1. It was over 1 with that surprise pick of Ty Simpson to the Rams. But anyway, so we stand here after the draft where everybody traditionally gives their grades. We're going to do it a little bit differently. And then, we're just going to give you a preview at the end because it's time. We're only about, I think, 12 weeks out of 0 week in college football, if you can believe it. 12 or 13 weeks. So we've got many divisions to go through.
That's crazy.
I know. We got the Power 4, plus we have the plus 6. So that's 10. That could be 10 weeks right there. So, yo, people, what's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday there, Mr. Daniel Berry. But, we have to – college football is going to be here before we know it. I read something today about college football where they have the votes to expand it already, which is pretty amazing. And they're going to make that they're going to make that 0 week to start. So it's going to go before the start of the season, which I'm fine with because I love football. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Absolutely. Yep. That sounds great.
So we started the draft off. We started with our mock draft, which turned out to be pretty cool too. I thought it was going to be stale, but we made it interesting, and we kind of used our minds.
That's a guy. Yeah, I mean, Ed was out of town. Sam, I wish we could have hung out. Like, I'm only about 30 miles outside the city. Going to be closer in June. I'm moving closer, buying a house closer. But yeah, I mean, I wish we would have been able to hang out, Sam. I mean, it sucks, dude.
Yeah, he said Pittsburgh was great. You're right, Sam. It is a great place to visit. Great place to visit. And
shut up. He's still saying.
Cheers to the city for 805,000 people. They did it in a unique way. They spread it out between that one pod right there. They had the stadium open where they had people, and then they had the point open where they had people. So they managed to crush the night.
Here's the thing.
Or 360, and then they set the record at 805. So cheers to the city. I don't know how the traffic was. He had a great time. Your interview was great too, Sam. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. Like a lot of us thought it was going to be a disaster just because I'm a Pittsburgher. I know, and Ed, you as well. We knew, like, I mean, anytime like they work on 28 or they work on 376, it's a freaking disaster. Like they just can't do things right around here when it comes to construction. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is going to be a major thing. We're going to have major congestion. You're adding, all these extra additional people to Pittsburgh, and it's going to be literally a disaster. I'm going to tell you, like last night I was down there working the Penguin game. I was talking to like some of my coworkers that went to it. A couple of them even worked it. And they said like it was smoothly ran. Like they actually were like really good with it. Like it was really good with, they did a hell of a job, which is awesome.
Yeah. Sam said that
the reporter was a tad rude to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably KDKA, Sammy, because I saw you on KDKA. Yeah. I don't know. Some of them reporters kind of known for that over there. So
I went and watched it, and then we got Whit Westcott saying, "It's the guys." What's up, Whit?
Yeah, what's up, Whit?
Time to talk, man.
Uncle Whit, man.
Uncle Whit, baby.
How you doing, brother?
So,
but
anyway,
yeah, I thought, like everybody I talked to, and I talked to probably about 8-9 different people that went and worked it, and they said, you know what, like surprisingly, it was organized and there was no issues. So kudos to Pittsburgh. Kudos to my hometown and our city for doing a good job. I mean, I give them a lot of credit. So
right. Kudos to Billy's hometown.
Yeah.
How was the recovery from the draft in the city? Probably not bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I was down there last night. It's it's good.
He said the footprint was so big, he never felt overcrowded. Yeah, they had 3 different areas, which was smart because
exactly. They had it exactly. They had it spread it out. And they did a good job. I mean, I was very skeptical, and I guess I was wrong.
We weren't privy to all the details, is what it was.
No.
We only had it on the face of it.
Right. Yep.
So that's what.
And I had a chance to work it. I mean, they asked me. I said absolutely not. I don't want to, because they literally wanted like 13, 14-hour shift. I'm like, yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, money ain't worth that. So they did pass the torch off to Washington, my hometown city, which is where we'll be next year on the National Mall. So it'll be interesting to see what they're able to do down there with the National Mall. But anyway, we're gonna start our draft off. We did pretty well on the picks. We generally got the positions right, other than the idiocy that were picked. So we're gonna take the whole total. We're gonna take, because we were talking last week about mock drafts and drafting. The high probability of failure is why you need to include not only the draft class, but as well as the free agent class, because that gives you a total picture of the teams in their offseason. Because you can't take one on its own or the other on its own, because it's not the way it works. What do you say? So I don't know if I will reappear, because when I was talking to a reporter, there were four more
around me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, well, it didn't have anything to do with the way you were dressed. I guarantee you that. I mean, if you wanted to be interviewed,
like a press conference. Yeah. I can see why, Sam.
Yes, Sammy. If you wanted to be interviewed, you did it the right way, brother.
Yeah, he definitely did it the right way.
Billy called me. I was in Virginia, and then I had to go to KDKATV.com.
I saw it live. I'm like, hey, Sam was on TV. I was at my parents'. They always watch KDKA, even the news. I was like, he was on TV.
Yeah. So it would have been cool to get together, but we'll get together soon.
Yeah.
We still haven't made it to Buffalo, and that's 4 hours away.
Right.
So we still, that's tough.
Well, Sam's probably going to go to the draft next year. Maybe we'll take a road trip down there. Yeah. So
I'll be there.
I mean, Pittsburgh and DC is only like 4 hours. So
that's it, buddy. I will definitely be there. The mall can handle everybody. It'll be very cool.
Yeah.
We'll get to see John sooner or later. But as we go through the draft, so we're going to start with what Sammy say. A little awkward because I was 5 years deep, and out of the car after a long drive.
That's the only way to do a press conference, Sam.
Exactly. Yeah, right. We have already booked for DC. Oh, definitely. We'll meet up there. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's very easy. We'll meet at the base of the. I think it's going to be on 4th Street. I think they said the stage. So it's right near the World War II Memorial. It's going to be. No, I guess it's further down. It's going to be cheap. There's tons of places to meet there. We'll definitely meet and grab a beer. I can guarantee you that we will meet and grab a beer. But anyway, so we're going to take the teams in their totality, because some teams I think had a really good draft and they had an okay free agency, but I think some of the teams knocked it out of the park in the draft. So we're going to start with John. John, and there's multiple teams. I've been looking at the grades here and there, and somebody, I forget who it was, actually had realistic grades. Like, not everybody got an A, and there were plenty of C minuses in there, and the lowest grade was a C minus. But still, that's more intellectually honest than you usually see in these drafts. And you can't tell them anyway until the 5th year option. That's your first indicator. So anyway, John, start us off. Just talk about a team you thought had a really good draft, and also talk about your team, Chicago. Go ahead.
Well, I thought there's a lot. There was I take that back. There was a lot of middles, right? I feel like there was a lot that were very equal. There was a lot of in-betweens, like togethers, like maybe we'd call them Bs, in my opinion. Bunch of like average.
Yeah.
But I found a couple that I thought were better than average. And I thought one team that maybe it just happened on their own. And it just happened out of blind luck. I don't know how good they usually do in the draft, but I thought Dallas had a good one. Yeah. I really did. I thought, you get Caleb Downs at late, which is because safeties drop, but that's good at 11. I mean, it's better than having him at 4.
Right.
And then you get hold on, I dropped my stuff here, because then you figure I thought Barham was really good.
Yeah.
In the late second, the 92nd pick, Mekhi Lawrence, and even LT Overton, it was a decent draft for them. And then you look at Tremaine Edmonds and you look at some of the other things they did in free agency. It was a good one for them. I thought Dallas had a nice draft. Another team that I thought was Cleveland. Unbelievably, I thought they did good. I thought they helped themselves. If they had a quarterback, they could be good.
Yeah,
they could be okay. Like, they could probably maybe get 9 wins if they had a quarterback.
Yeah, totally.
Because it was good. You got Casey Concepcion, you get Fano in the beginning, Denzel Boston, even McNeil Warren from Toledo, the safety. So I thought they did really well.
So Sam's really wanting us to say the Titans.
Oh.
So,
well, I got one thing about that, and it's not the Titans' fault, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah. So, John, now talk to us about your team, Chicago.
Well, I was happy with them. I mean, I was happy that they got the safety that I was waiting.
Dylan Thieneman was great. I think a perfect fit for Chicago. Top tier safety who fell by further than a lot of these mock drafts had him.
Yeah.
And Sam says, "Oh, great." No, it's not. I feel bad for your Titans. I literally do. We'll get to it. I was pulling for them. I was really pulling for the Titans. I'm kind of like, whether you know it or not, I'm kind of like, I've always was partial to McNair. So I just when they played the Steelers, I didn't like them, but.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the Bears go, Logan Jones was fine. The center, weird in the middle there with the tight end and the wide receiver that they picked. Very strange.
Yeah, the tight end I didn't understand. Maybe I haven't looked at their roster too much.
Did you see how many tight ends were drafted? There's like over 20. It seems to me, from what I keep hearing, these teams are going 3 tight ends. They're going to be playing with 3 tight ends on the field a little bit. A lot of it, more than 25% of the time, it appears.
I mean, I think a lot of teams are looking at 13 personnel. More these days. I just think that it's just,
I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to figure out, is that because tight ends now, like, I look at the Bears, Colston Loveland, he catches the ball. He's more like a wide receiver.
John, I think you hit the nail on the head with what you just said. I think it's more because a lot of these tight ends are like superior route runners, and they're like, like like I said, the day of the straight line tight end, it's kind of over. The day of like the Tony Gonzalez, like the straight line tight end, when it's kind of over. Like you got some guys that can run routes and are just as athletic as wideouts. So,
no, I thought, and to finish up with the Bears, I liked. I mean, what do I know? Malik Muhammad, they needed a corner.
Love
got him
that
from
pick.
Texas, good.
Yeah.
And then they traded up to get the defensive tackle from Georgia Tech, Vandenberg, which was probably good because they needed one somewhere in here. That was the complaint I'm seeing everywhere on Twitter about the Bears. You did not address your line, your edge rushing. You're going with what you got unless you sign somebody. So that's interesting. You're probably expecting a lot of Austin Booker and a few of the other guys. So
yeah, I mean, overall, I'd give them a B minus.
Let me say one thing about them though too. I think there comes a point with Ben Johnson, who I think is great, and these guys, you got to be careful not trying to be the smartest guy all the time. Like sometimes it feels like, okay, we get this wide receiver, Xavier Thomas from LSU at 89. A lot of people had him in the 7th round. Sometimes I feel like I'm just getting this now after the second draft. There's a little bit there's an arrogance to it that I think you just got to be careful, right? When they drafted that punter in the 4th round, I think sometimes they try really hard. Right now, this whole thing of being a little smarter than everybody, just, maybe win first before we get into that.
Yeah. A couple winning seasons together. I agree.
Yeah. Some playoff wins, maybe make a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Those are all great ideas.
Yeah.
Go ahead, William. I want you to talk about your favorites and give us an analysis of your team.
Well, I thought, I thought the Raiders did halfway decent. Yeah. I mean, I think you secured your franchise quarterback in Mendoza. I think you got a steal with that Jared McCoy.
Yeah.
I really do, Yeah. Dallas, I think I would give Dallas maybe a B+. Just because I think you kind of revamped your defense. You needed to, with Caleb Downs and Malachi Lawrence. I agree with John. I thought the Browns did a phenomenal job. I even thought the Ravens did pretty decent. I'd give Ravens a B+. I think you got the best guard in the draft class in the Ravens. But I think they maybe had some, issues on the later rounds. I was questioning some of the stuff that they did on there. You want me to
keep going, buddy?
What do you want? People that sucked now, or
no? We're just doing the ones you like so far.
Okay.
You're going to analyze your team.
Okay, and then as far as the Steelers, I mean, I gave them a C to C-. I didn't think they did that good. You got Max Chunor, whatever, however you pronounce him. I think that's going to be a project. Guys played 5 years of football. I mean, I don't know. However, he did do halfway decent at Arizona State. Didn't take a lot of penalties. And like Jeremy Bernard, not really.
I kind of push back on that because that guy has taken snaps out of the backfield, does return as well. So they got kind of they got back some of that.
They got a little Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Which they lost in Gainwell, so they got a little bit of that back.
Yeah, right.
But otherwise, I agree with you, man. But the idea that he does multiple things.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, guys. I'll say it again. 38% of these guys sign a second contract. Okay, it's a flip of the coin whether they're going to pan out. Drew Allard, I would have liked to see Carson back, honestly, but the Arizona Cardinals, like they've done before, stole some picks. They stole Jeremiah Love, Samuel Dean. I'll get to that later. But Drew Allard, I don't know. I mean, guy has size, got an arm. But a lot of people link him to that whole Franklin debacle, and I think a lot of people will link him to that. I like Jennings Dunker. I liked him. He's a good guard. He's a people mover, and I like how Iowa linemen especially are taught the right way. They don't get a lot of holding. They do pushing. They're very good at that. They don't get a lot of holding calls. So anybody coming out of Iowa is I think a lineman coming out of Iowa. I think a steal and it's going to be decent. So I like that. And then some of these other ones, I mean, there's really not even anything worth mentioning after Dunker. I mean, so I wasn't, like I said, a C- is what I'd give him. I don't think they did, a phenomenal job. I would have liked to see Mekhi Lemon, but the Eagles stole that, So,
Yeah,
and that was
for me,
crazy.
yeah,
I don't understand why you're talking to the guy before he's been picked. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's tradition to call them the pick before. I think that the Steelers got caught again.
It was early though. It was very
Yeah.
early.
Got caught again. You can use whatever analogy or whatever alliteration you want. I think they got caught with their pants down again. We're not prepared whatsoever, and they panicked and they did not go around the room. Guarantee you they didn't go around the room because they ended up with Maxi Hanacho. So I think he's 100% a project. It was a terrible pick. They spent the rest of the draft trying to wipe that egg off their face, and it just didn't work. I mean, I like the Bernard kid because just because he has versatility. Drew Lar way too early, not with 76. 99, you take him. You don't take him with 76. Nobody was going to jump up and get him. You came out of the draft with 10 players. If you're a person out there who's a Steelers fan who thinks all 10 are going to make the roster, tell me the 10 that aren't going to be on the 53, right? Because it's just too many picks. And there wasn't that had that many. Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Did you think Arvell Reese for the Giants was a good pick?
At the position, I don't. That gives them 4 now.
Exactly. That's right. I thought it was a very confusing move because you already possess some significant depth at edge. You got Brian Burns, you got Thibodeau, to name a few, and Carter. Yeah. So what is that to me was I thought it was a very confusing move.
For them, I was scared they're going to take Sonny Styles because they really probably should have.
Yeah.
Right, because they need linebacker help desperately.
Here's another guy. You know that Caleb Banks, that defensive tackle for the Vikings. I mean, he's been labeled. He's had. I think he's had like 5 surgeries on his foot, including one right after the combine. He just had one right after the combine. I thought that was another risky choice by them.
We're not quite there yet, but I do agree with you. And they were lucky. The reason why they drafted him and cleared him medically because it wasn't the Liz Frank injury. Liz Frank is a bad foot injury, so they talked about that ad nauseum. But they were they cleared him medically where a lot of teams did not clear him medically.
One other thing I wanted to
go ahead. We're going to do all of them, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, all right, so we're going to go real quickly. I'll do the Commanders real quick. They only had 5 picks. I liked Styles. I love that kid. They got hopefully a steal with Joseph, the edge from Tennessee. Katron Allen, most yards run ever in Penn State history. I really like the center they got out of Michigan State. Their 7th round pick was a joke. I would never have taken that kid from Kalakamanis. Nobody takes a Greek quarterback. Jimmy the Greek Schneider's not here anymore, but nobody takes a Greek quarterback. I don't care where the hell. Greek quarterbacks don't exist. That's why. They could have had so many other quarterbacks. Hell, you could have just sent a flyer on Pavia, even though you could have done anything at that pick. I thought that was a joke. But I like they got, they did what they had, they did well with, and they didn't think, which I thought was great. Best available at almost every time they drafted, they got best available, which I thought was good. But anyway, now we're going to go. William, you start us off. I want you to go with the teams that you don't think – there's a lot of teams I don't think had a good draft. But go ahead, Billy, start us off.
I mean, I didn't think that I didn't think the Jaguars did too well.
No.
I thought that they, that there's just a lot of questionable, picks that they did over several rounds. I mean, I thought the Dolphins did a terrible job. I was going to say this, I don't understand why you took Caden Proctor.
Yeah.
You really they need some help at defense and have needed for a while. You bypassed Caleb Downs and Reuben Bain Jr. for, a guy who's only plays guard.
Yep.
He's not even he doesn't even play tackle. Like he's like a guard only. Like he couldn't even move the tackle, they said. I thought that was just a little bit, I don't know. Another one is Ty Simpson. I didn't understand, I thought the Rams were a win now team. And I just kind of thought that was kind of like you could have really added immediate offensive weapons like Mekhi Lemon or Kenyon Sadiq. And instead you go with Ty Simpson. It was funny because didn't they interview what's his name? Sean McVay. Didn't they interview him? And he's like, I don't even know who this guy is. Didn't he say something along those lines? I mean, the kid's only played 15 games. Yeah. He's only played 15 college games.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that was, I don't know, like some people say it was a good pick. I didn't think it was.
Unless, I mean, he had secret meetings with McVay. It's come out. So I don't know where McVay's head was because they did have him talk to McVay before. But Billy, I'm with you. I think they could have got him 61 overall, Billy.
Yeah.
Or trade up to the number, trade ahead of Arizona in the second round because Arizona likely would have taken him. But or trade down. What the hell are you doing at 13? You
just do nothing. Yeah.
Right. Trade down. There was plenty of people that wanted to trade up. Find your dance partner, dance with them, go down a couple picks. You're still going to get Simpson. And then maybe you add a third or a four. I mean, they only had 1, 2, 3. They only had 5 picks as well.
Yeah. And getting back to the Jaguars, I mean, you had some key needs. You had some guys that you could have taken at edge. You needed some edge rushers. You needed safety. You needed help at safety. Instead, you drafted Boerker and Regis. I mean, that was kind of like, what the hell are you doing?
Plus, they need help at linebacker too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't understand a lot of what they did. I really didn't. I mean, I'm looking at their draft, they took the only linebacker they took was in the 7th round, Parker Hughes out of Middle Tennessee State. I mean, maybe he'll turn out to be the best 240th pick overall, but you lose your starting linebacker to Carolina. I thought you would have probably addressed that. They needed help on the D line. They got that. Go ahead, John. Jump in there, buddy.
I can't get past the Rams. That might be the dumbest thing that I've ever seen. I mean, it don't make sense. You got a quarter. You're trying to win now, like Bill said. It just doesn't. There was no need for it. I don't understand. I just don't. I don't get it. And I think they'll pay. They'll pay for this. They'll pay for this in the season. I'm sorry, they will. There's no way you do that. And I don't even understand what the hell you're thinking. Like when you pick the guy that's not going to play for another 2 years and should.
Like I said, you could have gotten Mekhi Lemon or Kenyon Sadiq,
right?
At that, and I just didn't. You could have added in your immediate offensive weapons. You could have added, but instead you go this route. I agree, John. I was just beside myself with it. Some people like it. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't know why anybody would like that. They.
Well, don't forget you can add in there. They already got McDuffie, right? They upgraded a corner, so you got to add that one, and that was with their 29th pick.
Right.
So, I don't. For me, it was 13. It was the number 13. That's all. I mean, the player's probably a good player. Is he a franchise? I don't know, but he's going to sit, like you guys say, he's going to sit forever.
Right.
However, 13 was the problem. You could have traded down.
Correct, and you could have gotten. I mean, I thought they were gonna get Mekhi Lemon. I think
even the 60
they were tied to him.
Isn't that great, Max Clare? I watched him a lot. He's fine, but what's he gonna do? I mean, he's not gonna catch. You know what I mean? That was another wasted pick. That's 2.
Yeah.
So you didn't really add anything at all until I guess 3, 6, and 7, and whatever those guys do. Another team is the 49ers. I thought they were bad. I wasn't real happy. None of it.
Had a bad draft.
Yep.
Yeah. None of it I see. And then I guess the next one.
I mean, John, you can say the Steelers because I think like I said, a C-. I thought they were. I didn't think they did anything spectacular.
No, probably the best thing they did was the last pick, the Navy guy. That was cool.
Yeah.
I know it was Riley, the tight end from Indiana. I like what you said about the offensive tackle from Iowa for sure. I don't know how this corner is. I mean, I don't know, but maybe from Georgia. No, it wasn't good. The first round just knocked them into a loop. It seemed like it just spun everything. I don't know.
They got covered. Like Ed said, they got caught with their pants down. They were just blindsided. They were all in for Mekhi Lemon and they got him stolen. And it's like, it was like, hey, you should have a backup plan. If your first round guy's not there, you ought to be able to, and it was like they just just pick anybody.
They did. They struggled.
Do we like Carnell Tate with Tennessee? I don't. I don't think I do. I like the next two picks after it, but I didn't like.
Can I speak my piece on the Titans now? Sam, you don't want to listen to that. No, I thought I would have liked to see Jeremiah Love go to the Titans. I think he would have been better served.
They couldn't choose that. Right, because he was gone off the board.
He was gone, but it would have been. Yeah, I'm just saying it would have been nice. I'm just saying, I if I'm him, I definitely don't want to be an Arizona Cardinal. I mean, he's going to a bad situation. He's going to a very bad situation. He would have been better served as a Tennessee Titan, just because I think the Titans are on the up, and I think really what they were missing last year to take pressure off of
Cam,
blanking his name. Cam Ward, is a running game, and they didn't have it last year. And God, wouldn't it be nice to have a worker? I mean, Tennessee has been known over the years to have, workhorses at running back. Eddie George,
King Henry.
King Henry. Geez, I'm blanking on these guys tonight. But Jeremiah Love is a workhorse. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he would have been better served at Tennessee. If I'm him, I don't want to go to Arizona. I don't want to go to Arizona.
What is he going to do at Arizona? That's an excellent point, Billy. What is he going to do? I mean, say he goes to the feature.
He would have been the feature back at Tennessee. He would have been he would have been their stallion. Like literally, they would have fed him the ball. He would have gotten yards out the wazoo in Tennessee. They revamped their offensive line. You have a guy in Salo who's a defensive coach, but he likes a good running game. When he went to Arizona, my stomach turned, and really I felt bad for these Tennessee Titans fans because I think they were counting on getting him, and I tell you what, I wanted to see him go to Tennessee, and I think that Carnell Tate, I think that may have been kind of a caught with your pants down scenario for the Titans too. They kind of just, it was kind of those, let's take the best offense.
I agree with you if they were dead set on taking offense with that pick.
Right.
Because they probably had Love, and then they probably had second was probably Carnell Tate, I would think.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So they probably, that was their backup plan.
Yeah, but at least they had one, right?
Right. At least they had one. So, I mean, but I thought Jeremiah Love was going to go. I did not think the Cardinals were going to take him.
I didn't either.
And they did, pick. It was a terrible pick for all parties involved. Arizona's a train wreck. They're a train wreck over an organization. They're still far off. Tennessee's not that far off of being a contender. They're really not. And he would have been the perfect piece for them.
What did Tennessee do to help him be protected, Ward? They drafted nothing.
Well, they got Coogan. I like Coogan at center.
Coogan's good. Yeah, they made a couple free agency moves as well. So that he got killed last year, John. No doubt about it. But I think Callahan was just he had a bad plan on a lot of things. It was from what I heard from some of the insiders, there was just a lot of shoddy, just game planning.
He wasn't ready.
No, and exactly, he wasn't ready. So I think you got a good coaching staff coming in. Yeah. And I just think that it's going to be a lot better team. And boy, I just would have liked to see Jeremiah Love in that baby blue, whatever you want to say.
I was actually hoping Love was going to fall to the Washington. That was where I thought he would have been really good at 7 with the Commanders. That would have been a play. I mean, because I'm not even quite. It's a better spot than Arizona for sure. I mean, Arizona is just. A train wreck.
Yeah, exactly. It's a train wreck. I mean, what? First of all, you still have James Conner.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's healthy now. I mean, he has trouble staying healthy sometimes, but he wasn't too hurt last year, if I remember correctly, right?
No, he played until he got hurt, but he played very well. You're right, Billy.
Yeah.
And
so
they had a solid running game. They needed to build from the inside out, but they saw this flashy Porsche, this flashy Ferrari. Even though they're getting evicted from their house, they're like, well, I can have this.
Right.
What's up, Michael? From over the pond. So,
what's up, Mike?
I agree with you. John's point was excellent. The next two they took, I think, made up for the first one for the Titans. I mean, to get one of the top linebackers, to get one of the last top edge rushers. I think they did themselves very well in defense.
And they're going to be well, and that was Saleh. I mean, that's He's a defensive-minded guy.
Yep.
And they're gonna be good. You know, they're gonna be a tough defense, I think.
And their organization should be really, really commended for getting a good offensive coordinator with Saleh.
Right.
Because if they had got to anybody, it would have been a failure.
Correct.
So the more reason they should have had Love, because I really believe you would have taken a ton of pressure off Cam Ward. You get a workhorse back like that. I'm telling you right now, that team would have been a problem.
It allows for the run fakes. It allows for everything, right? The best friend of quarterback, everybody says, is the tight end, but the true best friend is running back. A good running game. It is, because it takes all. You're right, Billy. I mean, now the run fake is you have to stop. You have freaking Jeremiah Love. You're not going to.
You've got to commit to.
You have to decide right away.
You're right. You see a certain formation that's known for running, and they can pass out of that formation too.
Correct.
You've got to give that respect. And I was really befuddled by that.
The whole league was. Everybody knew it was the wrong pick. Go ahead, John.
Well, I didn't even know what Arizona was. What would you have done if you were Arizona? What would you guys have selected?
Wouldn't have done that.
Right. No, I know.
I would have taken the best O lineman to pair him with.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Or I would have taken an edge.
Because you're building. Yeah, you're still.
Oh yeah, I would have taken Arvell Reese, absolutely. Reese were the best. I would have taken Reese or Moago.
Reese would have been better served in Arizona.
Definitely.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
But I think New York. I mean, once New York. I mean, New York did a good job, because they also played the fake lie game too. They canceled the 30 visit with David Bailey, and that threw everybody off, because they thought that great, now they're going for Reese. Turns out they were going for Bailey the whole time. So they did a little hide the salami there, just to make it even funnier. But but I got to push back on you guys on Dallas. What the hell did Dallas do to their offense to make them better?
Their offense.
I didn't say anything about offense.
But I'm saying as an overall team,
defense.
Well, defense, yeah, but I mean, the offense has to play, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Last I checked, they got to play.
And Pickens still hasn't signed his tag.
I mean, I just thought Caleb Downs and Malachi Lawrence. I just thought those are just really good picks.
Well, there's no doubt they are, but I'm saying, everybody's relying on a 34-year-old Dak. I mean, Dak's getting up there, man.
Yeah, I know he is.
He's going to be 35. He's not the healthiest person, right? Michael says, "Educate me, guys. Is an edge someone that plays?" Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
So fuck, I can't. Can I tell you guys something? I'm going to bitch a little bit on this. I'm so sick of it. Be an offensive, you're either an outside linebacker or your defensive end. It depends what type of freaking, if you're 3-4 or 4-3. Stop saying edge to me. I get so pissed to say edge. You're telling me.
Well, that's just a generalized term, but you're right. It depends on the defensive package that you're in, really. Yeah. I mean,
whatever your base is.
Whatever your base is. Right. Exactly.
So I agree with you, John. They just say edge. I
thought the Jets were good. We forgot. I didn't mention them. I thought the Jets had a decent draft. I mean, from Sadiq, Omar Cooper, Pons, Bailey. I mean, I thought they did all right. Jets had a decent draft.
Yeah, I thought they did. The thing is, everybody's talking about Dallas giving them they didn't do anything for their offensive line.
No, they did nothing for offense. That's for sure. No, not at all. Nothing.
So, I mean, and you have a disgruntled wide receiver, because they already said they're not going to sign him long term, which at least they're smarter than the Steelers. The guys, put him on a 1-year deal. He makes $27 million. He gives half to the government. He'll probably piss the other half if doing something stupid, and let it be somebody else's headache, the following time. Go ahead, Billy.
I mean, let's talk about the Browns. I thought the Browns had a solid A.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they had a solid A. I mean, when you look at Spencer Fano, phenomenal.
Yes.
Casey Concepcion, phenomenal.
Yep.
Denzel Boston, phenomenal.
Yeah.
E. McNeil Warren, phenomenal.
Great safety.
Austin Barber, still good.
Yeah.
Parker Brailsford, still good. Justin Jefferson,
that was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the Browns did amazing. I thought they did amazing. I thought they had the best draft in the AFC North.
Absolutely,
hands down.
And I thought the Bengals did okay too.
They did
all right, but the Browns
and the Ravens too.
I truly think if the Browns had a quarterback, they would be a problem. like to where you could see them winning 8 games or 9 games or something because you got the defense. They look like offenses, offensive line. They seem to be realizing that's you got to do that. And,
I mean, I think Ravens got a B+ in my opinion, just for drafting the best guard in the class. Period. Yeah. I mean, he's the cleanest, probably offensive lineman that was in the draft. Period.
Easily.
Yeah.
It
was easy.
I was impressed. I was Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland just needs some sort of competent play.
Yeah.
If they had anything out of that quarterback position, Shador's not. He's not.
Of course, they got 8 of them. I mean, how many? Law of averages got to come into play at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, they did a great job last year with the Ohio State running back and their defensive picks. Their defense is going to be superb. I mean, it truly is. It's just they can't get a quarterback. They have no quarterback. Do you think anything comes with Deshaun Watson?
It's got to. It has to. I don't know, but. I mean, how did he lose? He lost. Let's just, I guess, not playing and injuries. He's not even.
But have you ever seen that happen to an athlete? I've never seen that happen. Like he was good. He was good in Houston. He was good in Houston. Yeah. He was. And then all of a sudden, you take 1 year off, which look at McCaffrey. He took a year off and he came back phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
Right.
After the draft, do any teams learn trade block to get extra picks for next year's draft as a build process?
I don't.
Yeah. Do they trade back? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Some teams do trade backwards and get future picks. You can only trade. What is it? 2 years in the NFL?
I mean, it just depends on what your needs are, and if there's really nothing in their first couple rounds that nothing that really sets your hair on fire, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. John, talk to us about the city that you reside in. I think they did crappy, but I don't know.
Yeah, I did too.
You know what? It's funny because everyone loves it.
Really?
I'll say this. Yeah, it's
that's shocking.
It's well thought of. I mean, TJ Parker, fine. I mean, I don't think that's. I didn't have a problem with Parker. I guess for Clemson, number 35. The guy from Ohio State, I watched him a lot.
He's a good cornerback.
He's good. Yeah, he's really good. I mean,
I like Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell wasn't bad.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I don't know what to say about Bowery. Some people seem to like the where is he? Or the TCU linebacker.
Yeah,
I've heard. I mean, I've heard some people have really loved it. I mean, I don't know. So if you look, there's a whole. I'm having the show that I have on Friday. I'm having that guy on from that covers the Bills, and he's because up here there's been so many people that hate Brandon Beane. Everything he does nothing he does is right. But it gets a little ridiculous after a while because come on, every single thing is wrong. He wrote a good article about that. So since they go to the playoffs every year, so I don't know how it could be that wrong. But
and you also have to add in their free agency as well.
Like, come on, guys. Every single thing is wrong.
Everything he did was wrong. And I mean, I think when you think about it, they started out, I guess I'll have to give them this. They started out at 26 and 90 something. He kept on getting picks. He ends up getting the 62nd. He gets 103. He kept on just doing that, going back, and I don't know, man. I didn't mind TJ Parker where they did it. I didn't mind the Ohio State guy. For me, Skylar Bell, I didn't know what to think of him. Maybe you guys did. UConn, I guess he's
supposed to be really good.
Yeah, so that's something they needed. They need that, obviously, because they got
safety's a hell of a pick. Kilgore out of South Carolina. He was there with Enema, whatever his name was, from Seattle. Those two he's a bad boy. He can play. I'm shocked that he lasted the 5th round because he can really play.
So they got value, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't you say give them value on that? I mean, nothing. I don't think anyone's looking at it and going, "Oh my God, wow!" Like I don't think any people around the country are doing that.
No.
Like I feel like they're just like like I listened to the radio today. It seems like it's just a mediocre, is the way people feel about it.
If you add in Bradley Chubb, you add in, Moore. I mean, that elevates it a little bit.
People like it. Some people they're more liked it than not up here, from what I was hearing. But then there's a group of people that they hate him just because they fired McDermott. So
right, they're never going to get over that. I mean, you look at Bell, 101 passes, 1,278 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Granted, it was with UConn, but still, that's production.
Yeah.
That I mean, but out of that division, I would say the Jets won that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. New England was kind of blah, I guess, but you know.
Yeah, they didn't
All
do
right, so AFC North, Billy. Who won the AFC North?
Oh, the Browns, hands down.
Yeah.
Without a question.
Brownies.
Yeah.
Okay, AFC South. Who won the AFC South?
I don't know. It might be no one. I like Caden McDonald for the Texans. I thought they got him at a good,
and they needed him too.
Yeah. I still say that I think the Titans won that by a slight margin. By a slight margin, I would say.
Because you like those two defensive picks, and Tate's going to be good.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So, yeah, they had Titans for sure.
Well, and also we know who's at the top. We know who's at the bottom. Jacksonville's at the bottom.
They were terrible. That was a terrible draft. I mean, everybody I saw, Mel Kiper, Pro Football Focus, all gave them Fs.
Yeah.
They were terrible. Who the hell did they have a preschooler run their draft?
They must have, or they went to the school of the deaf and blind.
Oh no!
They got a recommendation from John. So I don't know.
Not the blind. That's even worse. That's even worse. Holy cow!
NFC. I thought the AFC West was blah, except for Kansas City and the Raiders. You know, I thought Chargers didn't do anything. No. Neither really did the Broncos. You know, they didn't do anything.
Yeah, but a lot of those teams didn't need to do anything. You know,
the
teams like the Titans and the other teams, you know, really needed to revamp it. Like I said, I think the Titans. When I look at them, they're right on the verge of excellence, and I think that they just that they had a good draft, a decent draft. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was phenomenal, but it would have been better if they would have gotten Love, hands down I would give them an A, maybe even an A plus.
Well, I mean, that would just does so much with the young quarterback.
I really, really like Mike.
Unfortunate.
Mike Washington Jr. That the Vegas got him later from Arkansas, the running back.
Yeah,
I thought that was I really like him. I think he's going to be really. I have a feeling he's going to be good. He's going to be perfect. He's kind of he does it all. I like that. I love the Raiders. I kind of like the Raiders draft.
Yeah.
I mean, Mendoza just doesn't do it for me. I mean, we'll see. I don't think he's the quarterback. I don't think, but we'll see. I could be wrong, but I mean, look at. I mean, things. I just don't see it.
I don't know.
We watched them. I don't either. But they can believe what they want, and they can call them what they want.
But all the people that like the Trevor Lawrences and some of those guys are really good, big fans of this Mendoza.
That's right. Good.
Right, and there's who's to say Jermon McCoy doesn't need another? He doesn't need another surgery, and his knee's healthier than everybody knows, right? Because that's a definite steal.
Right. Oh yeah,
that was a first round draft guy he got in the fourth round. So.
Well, yeah, and that's why I said that. It's exactly why I said that with the Raiders. I mean, that was just that was a steal for them.
Yeah,
absolute steal for them.
Yeah, NFC East. I thought all the teams did well. I'd probably have to get it to the Giants because they got. Although I wouldn't have taken Reese, I would have taken some stuff. I would have taken.
I love everything. Yeah. I love Reese. I mean, obviously, I think he's great, but
that's 4D.
I know everything after him was pretty good, though.
Yeah,
you gotta like the offensive tackle. That was great. I mean, he's just sitting there, and you get him at 10.
Yeah,
Hood, Malachi Fields. No, it was a good one for the Giants. You're right. I mean, what are they going to do? What do? You're going to trade one of those guys? Maybe, probably not.
Well, Thibodeau maybe, but he's the number one. So you have Thibodeau who's the number one. You have Brian Burns who's the number one. You got Carter who's the number one. Now you got Arvell Reese is the number one. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they do what who did that before? They called it the Ferrari package. I can't remember who did it. They took their 4 fastest D linemen and they just put them on the line and let them go. Regardless of position. So maybe they do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a 4 to rush, though, isn't?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's formidable. If you got those 4 rush at you, what the hell do you do? Because they're going to beat your interior easily. So, I mean, the Eagles, they had the steal of the night. They took they took Lemon. I like Stores there. They took the kid out of North Dakota State too.
Oh yeah,
which was an interesting one. I like what I'm just not a huge fan of the Cowboys. Their first 2 first-round picks are excellent. I think they did very well there. I like what Washington did, but I'd probably give that division to either Dallas or I'd give it to the Giants, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd give it to the Giants.
Yeah, I would give it to the Giants.
Downfall for the Titans will be their head coach, Saleh, as he is a horrible head coach. Could be.
I get it. Yeah. That's why I think Dable
was
huge.
I mean, a lot of people say about him being just defensive minded and not anything else. So
Dable was important, man. That was right. He's there, isn't he, with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. That was huge.
Yeah. I think that's going to help him out a lot.
Ton. He becomes the offensive head coach, basically.
Right.
And he has head coaching experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which I think is invaluable. Anytime you're able to put your ego aside and realize your faults as a coach, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you tried it out in New York, and of course you had the debacle of the torn Achilles, which you can't plan for. Right. But NFC North, like what they all, I think the Packers had a crap draft. Sorry,
there's another bad draft.
Yeah, terrible. With all the players that they lost, I don't think the Packers. I don't think they make the playoffs.
No, I don't either.
What do you think?
They didn't retool at all.
No, yeah, they didn't do. No, I mean the only pick I liked was the guy from Penn State because it was so late.
We'll see what they do in free agency. Maybe but there's a lot to make up for. I'll tell you that much.
I thought the whole thing was kind of just blah. I mean, in all honesty, the Vikings and the Lions didn't do much. The Bears, the
Lions didn't do much either.
Just the first pick that they got fell to them, and that was it. Other stuff is up in the air. Don't you feel like that whole division is just like like a B, C, maybe a C?
Yeah, no A's in that division at all.
Just average. Okay.
And I think definitely Green Bay lost it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were the worst. They were the worst. I put them up with one of the worst drafts.
Jacksonville. Yeah, so do I. They're right with Jacksonville with me.
Yeah.
All right, the Dirty South.
I like the Buccaneers.
I thought did well.
Yeah.
Atlanta was maybe B- C+.
Carolina didn't do anything, but they really didn't have to.
They didn't really have to. New Orleans were all right.
They got themselves some talent there. They got Bryce Lane who can fly. They got Styles' younger brother, Lorenzo Styles, who I thought was good.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. That was late. Yeah.
Yeah, they got him really late. So,
what do you think about him, though? He would have been probably better served to go back another year in college, I think.
I don't know. What year was he, John?
Oh, God. He was older than his brother. He's the older brother.
Really? Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay.
I think he was done, and it was a good at 172. You got to like that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, because he runs like a 4.35 or something, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, at Ohio State, it's so hard sometimes, right? Everyone looks good.
Well, because they prioritize speed, which is
I
mean, I think definitely Carolina lost the South as far as winning it. Maybe Tampa, maybe.
Yeah,
I think Tampa. I would pick Tampa.
I mean, they got a weapon in, they got Bain on the edge, which they needed. They needed linebackers. They got Ted Hurst. I like.
Yeah, that was good. Yep. Yeah, because the Falcons didn't do much, right? They got Terrell, so.
With his brother already plays there.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, right. And nothing else much. I mean, I don't know. No, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. Atlanta's another bizarre position or team as well because they don't have a quarterback.
I know.
Yeah. You don't have anybody there now.
No, you have two left-handers who are perpetually injured. I don't know. That's the team. I scratch my head. I mean, how many games are they going to win?
Well, and why do you even think Tua was even a good choice there?
Like,
he
said that the first time he was hired. Stefanski. He made it a point to go after Tua. Does he see something that none of us see?
Well, you can't. I mean, it's all well and good, but the injury history to me that puts the nail in the coffin right there, in my opinion, on him.
Well, I don't understand. Same thing with their other quarterback. He's on his third or fourth ACL.
Right. So we think we can fix him. Well, how about his break?
Yeah.
Pretty much mush or close to being. Like what's there to fix on that there, Stefanski?
Right. He went after him. He said when he was hired,
which I thought was just, crazy.
I thought it was strange as well. And then you go to the West.
No winners.
I mean, Tua's been really dealt a bad hand, I think.
Oh my God,
with everything. But
well, his first coach definitely didn't want him and treated him like crap.
No, and I'm sorry, but you say what you want to say. I know, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, blah blah blah. Well, guess what? McDaniel made a big mistake. I don't care what the medical staff said.
Yeah.
He still has a say in that. I don't care what you people say. Okay,
Yeah,
I know NFL guys, and I've talked to and a lot of them agree with me. So I don't care what you guys say. You're So he still had a piece in that whole debacle, McDaniel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so don't say, oh, it's solely on the medical staff and they cleared him. You don't know what you're talking about. No. Well,
Yeah. Anybody who's a human being with eyes, knew he shouldn't go in anymore.
Correct.
Correct. That's all it took was a pair of eyes.
Correct. And if your medical staff's clearing him, you as a head coach ought to know something's wrong and say no.
Or looking for better medical staff. Go ahead, John.
Right. And now he ran into DeMar Hamlin's arm and got concussed and got knocked out to the point where he was really bad. You could tell it was.
Yeah. Flopping on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's in a bad situation.
I don't even know what they do with that franchise. They really don't. I mean, if I were them, I would have traded Bijan Robinson for number one.
Right? I said that all along.
Yeah,
they should have done that.
You didn't have a number one. Trade him for, it's not a good quarterback here, so maybe they trade him in the offseason for a first rounder, and then that'll give him 2 first.
He probably sees the writing on the wall too. He probably would like to be the chance to go elsewhere and showcase his talents because he's a damn talented
as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have somebody to throw him the ball, and you've got
unless Stefanski's warming his arm up, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we said the NFC West, nobody won. They were just
no winners. Yeah,
no winners at all.
No.
They all sucked.
Seattle
was terrible.
They lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they didn't really retool either. I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, like I said, we got to keep in the coming weeks. You got to keep watching these free agency wires and some of these teams that we gave low grades to because maybe they kind of make it up in free agency. But I don't know. Some of these teams, you got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, this is true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that hour mark already. Can't believe it. We've been through the draft. Next week, I promise you, we're going to go back to our regular sheets and we're going to start talking college football first. We'll be able to hit some NFL stuff because there'll be some mini camps. But college football, they're all playing their spring games.
Yeah.
We're not really sure what we know about those. I know the Virginia Tech spring game, the person that was flying with the football got stuck on the scoreboard. Hopefully that's not a negative sign, but they got stuck on the scoreboard with the ball in hand. So thank God they had other balls. That's all I have to say. But we will get into college football. Before you know it, folks, we're going to be 5-6 weeks away, and we're going to go through all these divisions. We're going to go through the Sorsbys of the world because he looks like he might be done for the year.
Yeah.
So we'll go through all of it. It'll be a blast. And I'm telling you, before you know it, we're going to have football. Last week of August, we're going to have football.
Well, we already have football. UFL's, I think, has been pretty good.
It has.
I think it's been pretty good. It's been entertaining this year. They said that it was going to be better this year, better product, and I think overall they've been a better product. It's been a better product.
Billy, that's a road trip. It's only 4 hours away. We've got to go add to the beer snake down at Audi Field.
Or go to and see the Aviators.
Oh yeah, we're even closer to them. 2.5 hours away from them.
Yeah,
we'll definitely have to do it. All right, folks. Great job. Great show. We'll see you next week.
Real quick, can I just ask you about this? What do you guys think about this Rodgers tender UFA?
Oh, I think it's going to piss him off, John.
That's what I thought too.
I thought good. Enough's enough with him.
Well, and they finally laid the hammer down, and also it only guarantees him a 10% raise.
And then they want to know. And then he wants to know why, and he's screaming at wide receivers in December, and he's yelling at them and screaming, but he doesn't want to show up for nothing to work with these guys. If he doesn't know
this is it for him. This is it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I think that I like the fact that after July 2nd, he's like official property. So if somebody wants to come out and get him, they got to trade for him. Yeah. I think I think the Steelers did it for a number of reasons. I think they're trying to protect their investment in what's going on right now, and I think it in some cases they may want to kind of force this is a way to force his hand.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they force him. I think they force him right out the door because he doesn't like the rules or anything like that. And he's only going to get $15 million.
Only.
So, I know. After making
not even that good anymore. That's the thing that kills me.
I know. I think they'd be way better off going elsewhere, but we'll never know. All right, folks. Lights out buttons. Enjoy your night. And there's no Penguin stunt. That's tomorrow. All right.
Yeah. That's tomorrow.